Hey guys, I'm Madhumathi and I'm a third year Economics and Finance student at London Met. So today I'll be answering some questions from this hat. And the first question is, how has studying at London Met helped you prepare for your future career? So studying at London Met has given me a lot of information that will be pretty useful for me in my future career, which hopefully is a portfolio manager. So I've learned a lot about portfolio management, how to price bonds, how to price equities, how to collect data for equities, etc. And in terms of the career search, it has also helped me tailor my own CV, create a cover letter, and also it has taught me how to network with people in order to get a job. And the second question is, what was the biggest culture shock? So personally, the biggest culture shock for me was the contact hours in the university. So from the country where I come from, college life is 5 days a week. You have classes for 5 days in a week. Whereas in UK, in general UK universities, the amount of days you go to university for your lectures and seminar is usually 3 to 4, and it's usually only around 12 to 15 hours per week, compared to India where it is a significantly higher. So that is what I found quite surprising, and that was honestly the biggest culture shock I faced till now. So the next question is, what about London Met made you study there? There are several reasons why I chose to study at London Met. Some of them are that it's a very inclusive place to study, because I see people from various cultures and various countries that are studying here, and I've made friends from different cultures. So it has given me quite a global perspective. And also I've heard that the careers team in London Met is pretty good. So that are few of the reasons why I chose to study at London Met. So moving on, what advice can you give someone thinking of studying in your course or field, which is economics and finance? So my advice for someone who wants to study in economics and finance is that attend your lectures, attend your seminars, because these will be very crucial for your understanding. Because the more lectures or the seminars that you miss, the more information you're missing out on, because some topics can be really hard to understand unless you actually listen to your lecture. Although you will be having lecture recordings, you won't be having the opportunity to ask questions. And honestly, our lecturers are really good at answering any questions you might have regarding the subject. So please do not miss out on that. And also, try and inculcate the habit of reading the news every day, so that you can gain more data, more information that you can be putting into your application when you do apply for an internship or a job. So it does make it a bit easier for you to get an internship/job. Next question, which is, what is the campus location like? Wow, this is one of the more interesting questions, because I feel like London Met is located in a very prime location, because it is very close to central London. You can take the tube, which is 3 stops away from central London. And also, the other reason why I think it's a prime area is because of all the types of restaurants that we have close by. We have several types of restaurants, and to fit your budget, maybe there's McDonald's, there's Taco Bell, there's Subway, and we also have a canteen. So I feel like you have a lot of amenities, which is one of the reasons why I think it makes the university such a prime location. Next question. Why did you choose to study in London? The reason why I chose to study in London is because of the opportunities it presented me with. because one, I feel like it was a very safe place to study, and two, I felt like there's a lot of career opportunities and also a lot of internships I could be pursuing if I chose to study in London compared to any other place in England. And also there's I like the food scene in London. I also think that it's a very good place for commuting from one place to another, because compared to the outside of London where you would require a car to commute, in London you can use the underground, which is super efficient. So those are a couple of reasons why I chose to study in London. Next question, which is, I don't have any family or friends in London. Does it get lonely? Well, it might get a bit lonely if you don't have any family or friends, but do not be afraid, because once you start attending, any events or even your lectures and seminars, you will be meeting new people and you will be making friends with at least a couple of them. So yes, it might get a bit lonely in the beginning, but eventually it gets less and less lonely, so don't worry about it. Next question. What are your best tips for making new friends at uni or in London? So, if you want to make friends in general in London, I would start making friends in my accommodation. But if you don't live in an accommodation and if you actually live with your parents, there are a lot of events that you can attend in your university, like the Welcome Week events, where I once attended a treasure hunt event, and I made a lot of friends over there. And you can even make friends in your own lectures and seminars, and that might be even more useful because you will be spending a lot of time discussing about your course content, your coursework, your exams. So yeah, there's a lot of ways to make friends, and even if you might not make friends in your first week, you'll always make friends by the end of your university, so don't worry about it. Next question is, what's your favorite first thing about living in London? My favorite first thing about living in London is the food scene in London. There's a lot of varieties of food in London. There's a lot of markets, different types of restaurants. It's basically one of the cities with the most diverse foods in the world. So you can explore and try out so much food, and it always is so enjoying and also very tasty, which is one of the most things that I love in London. Last question. Would you recommend exploring London? Of course, exploring London is a very key part to living in London, because there is a lot of food to eat, a lot of places to see, lots of activities to do. There is so much that it takes a lot of time to explore London, which means that you can always take the weekends or your weekdays off when you don't have uni to explore your local place, explore the city, explore the outskirts of the city. There's so much to do, so you'll always enjoy it. And yes, it's 100% worth it exploring London. So please take the time to explore London, because it's such a beautiful city and I love living here. So that's all the questions I have for today. If you have any more questions, you can always contact this student team at London Met, which will be in the description below. And if you want to watch any more Q&A videos, there should be a playlist curated for you, and it should be linked somewhere in the video or in the description. So that's all for today. Thank you.